Welcome back to Logan Lighton TV. I'm Ryan Stewart and I'm here with Under-16 BPL head coach Barry Ross. Baz, strange conditions this week. First loss for the season, mate. What happened?
Yeah, it is a strange position. Previously stood here as a winning coach for the first time this year. We're standing here as a losing coach. To put your finger on it, it was just one of those days. We can usually cover for one or two players just having a bad day, and unfortunately this particular game we just didn't show up. We got beaten by the better team, no excuses, and back to training this week, turn it around.
Definitely not end of the world. Lions, if they win their game in hand, only go 1 point clear of you. Definitely a recoverable position, and play them in 2 weeks as well.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think it's any reason to get carried away. It's our first loss, and sometimes a loss is a good thing as well. It sort of identified a couple of weaknesses. It sort of gave a few players and the coaching staff a bit of a reality check. As I said, we regroup, we move forward, no damage done. We play them in 2 weeks' time. We beat them in 2 weeks' time at home, which I'm more than confident and that the boys are capable of doing. No damage done then.
Ipswich this weekend, sounds like morale won't be a problem. Is that correct?
Oh, it will all depend on how we bounce back from a loss, and you don't know that until you play your next game. So Ipswich made it difficult as in the first game. We scored, I think, about 4 goals in the last 15 minutes to win the match. So they're not going to be an easy opposition. But once again, if we play anywhere near our capabilities, then we won't have any issues.
Back here with James Hodgson, head of the Under-18 BPL side. Jimmy, good win on the weekend. Played against a team that was third on the ladder, came away 3-1 winners. How did the boys go?
Yeah, well, we scored 3 goals, played some good football in patches, gave away a bit of a sloppy goal, but impressed that we got the 3 points, and that's what we came there to do. Massive pitch, so it was always going to be hard to adjust from playing on a standard pitch. But in the end of the day, happy with the result.
Coming up against a team on the weekend that you lost to in round 1, only one of 2 losses so far. Confident going into the game?
Yeah, always confident. As long as we take our chances, we win games. So worked a little bit on that tonight, and hopefully we do well on the weekend.
1 or 2 players moving up to reserves this weekend, is that going to have much of an effect on your squad?
Oh yeah, it'll have a little bit of effect, but means we're doing something right as a club and as coaches. People getting opportunities in higher grades. So happy for the boys. Hope they do well, and hopefully it's a positive weekend for the club.
Back here with Philip Randall, BPL Reserves assistant coach. Phil, another game, another 3 points dropped. What happened this time?
Yeah, well, I wasn't there on the weekend, but what I got from Richard, the coach, was a lack of fight with the boys. Seems to be the same story. A 2-0 loss against Lions doesn't read too bad, but defensively we give away 2 penalties, 1 thankfully saved, 1 they scored, and another defensive lapse where they've scored again. So if we can iron out those defensive lapse as a team, then there's no reason why we can't start scoring at the other end and putting pressure on teams rather than once again playing comeback football.
2 pieces of good news going into this week at least. First being that we're still only 7 points out of the 4. Second being that we're playing a team in Ipswich that we comfortably beat in the first round, 3-0 up at half time and didn't really look back. Do you think that'll be a bit of a morale boost to the boys?
Yeah, I was going to say that to the boys before the game. Obviously, yeah, we beat them in the first round, and so we know they can be beaten, know that they can be beaten by us. You said that we were 3-0 up at half time. The disappointing thing was we only won 3-2. We didn't carry it on for 45 minutes. So it's probably the only game this year where we started well, and we need to do that again, but also make sure we finish well, especially on our home court.
Can we expect many personnel changes this weekend?
Yeah, you can. We've got some people out injured. We've got another young boy stepping up for his first game with us, and a couple of positional changes as well. So a bit of tinkering with the players and the positions, but hopefully it's all positive.
Back here with Anthony Rudkin, BWPL assistant coach. Anno, 2-0 on the weekend against UQ. Good performance?
We got the 3 points, which is the main objective. Probably didn't play our best football. The pitch probably didn't suit the style of football we like to play. We lost the middle of the park, and which we tried to fix on the week during the week at training.
Big 2 weeks coming up for the ladies. Our first game this weekend against Annerley, who are a point behind you in third, and then a really big game against Pine Hills, who are clear on the top of the table. Going to change much going into those games?
No, it's all about preparation for the girls. I think when they're on, they're very good, and they proved that against Capella Bar. Attitudes can be a problem sometimes. They fixed that, and they're the best team in the league by a long way.
Back here with Tian Petterwood, BWPL captain. Tian, 13 goals in 9 games to start the season. You must be happy with your performance so far?
Yeah, 13 goals isn't bad. I've had way more opportunities though, which I haven't put away, which I'm a bit disappointed in, but it happens. Yeah, I got an amazing team around me, like I said a couple of weeks ago, and yeah.
Just been talking to Anna about the 2 big weeks coming up for your team. What's the morale like within the squad at the moment?
I think we're at a good point. We're all laughing and having fun at training and putting in the hard work when Jimmy asked us to, so I think we're at a good point.
Back here with Nick Croydon, BPL head coach. Croyds, disappointing draw, I'm going to say, on the weekend. A game that we probably could have taken all 3 points from, but didn't in the end. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, mixed emotions, to be honest. It was very proud of the boys. You know, we could have probably lost it in the end as well. They had a couple of chances late, and you know, it took every individual player to play well for us to compete with the best side in the state. And in all fairness, we created the better chances and really could have got 3 points. So yeah, in one way disappointing, but in another way very satisfying as well.
Extremely tough game coming up this weekend against Ipswich. We left it till 90 plus minutes to beat them last time. What's the plans going to be going into this one? Well,
Ipswich are always a good side to play. Ipswich have a great attitude in their squad, and I always respect that. So if our attitude's on, I think we've got to give them a good chance, and I think we've got a game plan that's going to work against them. We've worked hard on it this week to change a couple of little things, and I'm really confident going in tomorrow night in both grades. I really think we've got some things in place for tomorrow night. As long as attitude is on, we'll be good to go.
Many personnel changes going to this one for yourself?
Not for the first team. I think there's one change from the weekend to the starting lineup. We've got an injury from Sunday, which is ruled one player out for the weekend. Sean McGee comes into the starting side, and there may be 1 or 2 changes to the bench, just depending on performances in reserve grade.
And just finally, in all 4 results against Lions on the weekend, didn't quite go the way that we wanted to claw back the BPL Championship. How's that affected the group?
Yeah, I set pretty, and as you're aware, you know, we set pretty good lofty goals on Thursday night last week to make sure we took maximum points from the weekend. We didn't achieve that, which is very disappointing. I really did believe that we could win all 4 grades on the weekend, and we're going to have to do it next time we play Lions to give us any sort of hunt. That's a couple of weeks away now. You know, if we get all 4 grades this weekend, that steps us in the right direction, and that would probably make up for the points we didn't get against Lions.